If you're moving to the Charleston area with kids, you have one question above all the others. Are the schools good? And here's something that surprises almost every family I work with. That is the one question I'm not allowed to answer. Not won't, not don't feel like it, not allowed. Real estate agents can't rate or steer you towards schools. And any agent who freely tells you which schools are good and which to avoid is doing something they shouldn't be doing. I'll explain why in a second, because once you understand it, you'll actually be glad the rule exists. But here's what I can do, and honestly, it's more useful. I can show you exactly how school districts work in the Charleston area, the address trap that catches relocating families constantly, including one in Summerville that surprises almost everyone, and the 5 questions to ask that almost no family moving here knows to ask. By the end of this video, you'll research schools better than most locals do. I'm Justine Manuel. Let's get into it. The quick explanation, because I think you deserve it. Under fair housing rules, agents aren't supposed to characterize schools or neighborhoods as good or bad, because historically that kind of friendly advice was used to steer families towards some communities and away from others. The rule protects buyers, all buyers. So what a good agent does instead is give you facts. Which districts serve which address, how the zoning works, where the official data lives, and teach you to evaluate it against what matters for your kids. Because here's the truth anyway, the right school for your child is not a number on a website. Families weigh completely different things: program size, sports, arts, special needs, support, commute. My job is to make sure you're looking at the right information for the right address. Your job is the judgment call. That's the division of labor and how it should work. Now the part almost nobody explains properly. The Charleston Metro is served by 3 main public school districts, and which one you're in is decided entirely by your address. There's Charleston County School District. It covers the city itself and most of what I've covered in this series: downtown, Mount Pleasant, West Ashley, James Island, and Johns Island. One important thing to know about this district: it's large and varied, and individual school zones matter enormously. 2 houses a mile apart can be zoned for different schools. This is the district where checking the exact address matters most. Dorchester District Two, this one serves much of the classic Summerville area and parts of North Charleston. If you've heard families talk about moving to Summerville for the schools, this is usually the district they're referring to. And you can look up exactly how its schools perform on the state's official report cards, which I'll show you where to find in a minute. Berkeley County School District covers Goose Creek, Monk's Corner, Daniel Island, and here's the one that catches people off guard. It also covers Cane Bay and Nexton in Summerville. Read that again if you need to. Cane Bay and Nexton, 2 of the biggest master plan communities in the area, both with Summerville addresses. Both places people move to for Summerville schools are not in Dorchester District 2. They're in Berkeley County School District. Cane Bay has its own elementary, middle, and high school, all Berkeley County. And then there's Nexton Elementary, also Berkeley County. Same town name on the envelope, different district entirely. Neither is automatically better or worse. They're just different systems, different schools, different report cards to read. But if you bought in Nexton, assuming you were buying into one district and you're actually buying into another, this video exists to prevent. The lesson underneath all of this: in the Charleston Metro, the town name tells you almost nothing about the school district. Only the address does. Here's the second trap, and it's a direct result of how fast this area is growing. Attendance zones get redrawn. When an area grows quickly, districts build new schools, and when a new school opens, the lines move. It's happening right now. Berkeley County is opening a brand new middle school in the Nexton area in August 2026, built specifically to relieve enrollment pressure at existing schools. New schools are opening across the fast-growing corridors. What that means practically: the school a listing says a house is zoned for can be out of date by the time you close, or change a year after you move in. A growing district is a healthy sign, but it means you need to verify the zoning for your exact address with the district directly at the time you're buying, not from a listing site, not from a year-old blog post, not even from a well-meaning neighbor. Now, the payoff I promised. The 5 questions I've learned relocating families almost never think to ask, and locals always do. Question 1, what school is this exact address zoned for? Verified with the district today. Not the listing, not the neighbor, the district. It takes one phone call, and it's the single most important check in this entire video. Question 2, has this zone changed recently, or is rezoning being discussed? In a metro opening new schools every year, this is a live question everywhere growth is fast. The Nexton and Cane Bay corridor being the obvious current example. Question 3, what's the enrollment situation? Is a school near capacity? A school bursting at the seams and a school with room to grow are different daily experiences, and capacity pressure is also the leading indicator that a rezoning is coming. Question 4, what are my options beyond the zoned school? Charter schools and magnet programs give you more choice. They usually don't require you to be in a certain district just to be in the right county. Most relocating families have no idea they exist, and they can completely change the math on which house you buy. Question 5, what does the state report card show over the last 3 years for the specific things your kids need? Not the overall score, the pieces. If your child is in the arts, look at the arts. If they need learning support, research those support programs. A school that's perfect for your neighbor's kid can be the wrong choice for yours, which is exactly why no rating and no agent can make this call for you. Here's how this plays out in an actual purchase with me. Before you fall in love with any house, we confirm the district and the zone schools for that exact address with the district, the same way we confirm the flood zone before writing an offer, which if you've seen my flood zone video, you know it's a non-negotiable with me. I hand you the official sources, the report cards, and the district contacts. You do the evaluating. You're better at knowing your kids' needs than any agent or any website will ever be. And then we make sure the house you love and the school situation you verified actually line up before your name goes on a purchase contract. No surprises at closing, no surprises in August. If you're planning to move to the Charleston area with kids and you want to get the addresses and district questions right the first time, that's exactly what my 15-minute calls are for. Bring me your short list of neighborhoods and I'll walk you through which districts serve them and how to verify everything for the specific homes you're considering. My Calendly link is in the description. And subscribe every week. I cover another part of making a Charleston move correctly, and the whole series so far is linked below. I cover Mount Pleasant, Summerville, West Ashley, flood zones, all on the channel and linked in the description. I'm Justine Manuel, and I'll see you in the next one.